Wow, here we are. We've been working hard, running fast. It's day 8 in our journey where we're looking at God's point of view of our work. And just to kind of reiterate some things, work is a part of God's plan. We will work in eternity. We're not going to be sitting around on a cloud playing harps. We are going to be working, and we're going to love what we do. It's going to be fulfilling. It's going to allow us to experience our creativity at its highest levels. We're never going to be physically tired. We're going to be totally competent at what we do. We're not going to feel afraid. We're not going to feel like a failure. We're not going to feel threatened. It's going to be a wonderful experience. And in this life, if we keep our minds in the right place, we can still experience a lot of joy, a lot of meaning, a lot of development in our work, but we have to keep our minds in the place that Scripture urges us to keep them, particularly reminding ourselves that ultimately we're working for the Lord Himself. Now, yesterday, I touched on this portion of Scripture in the book of Colossians in the New Testament, and I touched on that it speaks not just to employees, but employers. But I want to go back and zero in a little more intention as we close out the week, or close out the 2-week journey, and look at the owner's point of view, or how God sees the owner's responsibility, or the boss's responsibility. So chapter 4 of the book of Colossians, it says, masters or bosses or employers or owners of the company, whatever you might want to put in there, provide your servants, your slaves, your employees with what is right and fair. That is their God-given obligation. They don't have the right to cheat the people that are working for them. They don't have the right to work them into the ground while they profit from it. So it says, masters, bosses, employers, provide your servants with what is right and fair, because you know you also have a master in heaven. So here is a warning and an opportunity for those that you may be a boss, you may be a supervisor, you may be a manager, you may be an owner of a company. It is your God-given opportunity and obligation to treat those that work for you in the way that God would treat them, to treat them fair, to be appreciative, to reward them appropriately with the financial benefits that they should accrue. You should put yourself in their place as the owner of the company, as the boss, as the manager, as the overseer, whatever whatever your title may be, and say and do those things that you would want to have said and done to you, because you're going to be judged just like they're going to be judged on their faithfulness. You're going to be judged on your faithfulness to God in your just and fair treatment of those that work for you. And this goes into the whole realm of respect and politeness and treating people with dignity no matter who they are, where they're at. These are critical things. So I hope as we end out this journey on work, that if you're a business owner or you're a boss or you're a manager, that you will see this as a God-given opportunity to communicate the same point of view to these people that work for you that Christ has of them. They ought to always feel valued. They ought to feel that they're respected. They ought to feel that they're wanted, they're admired. This doesn't mean that you shouldn't correct them, direct them, and do all the things that are appropriate in the context of work. Some of them need to be motivated, incentivized. Some of them need to be corrected. Some of them need to be warned and fired. All that's taken in here. But we can even do those things with the kind of respect and dignity that would be pleasing to God and be pleasing to each of us as human beings as well. Well, I hope you have a new view on work, and I hope it's a positive one. Thank you so much for taking this journey with me.